Good evening, French fries. My name is Jaja, and today we're going to have fun making a little red panda. Now, if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Alright guys, so all you're going to need is this. It's tin foil, a stick, little X-Acto knife to cut with, a little itty bitty needle, some scissors, floral wire, jewelry wire, watered down Sculpey itself, and my best friend, the Super Sculpey Original. Alright guys, so all I did was just look at pictures of this amazing creature. They're so red and they're so fluffy. And I finally found one that I really like. So right when I found it, I decided to start making the actual frame of the body. Now, as you can see, the very first time I tried it, it was just way too small for me. So I decided to make him a little bit bulkier and stronger. And all I'm doing with this wire is just connecting it together so that it has a strong framework to withstand all the tinfoil and the clay. And right here, all I'm doing is just making a tail. The very first one was just a little too small, so I decided to use these pliers to make it longer and just twist the ends of the wire together so that it would become stronger. Now what I'm doing is just putting on tin foil onto the entire body. The main reason you want to do this is so that the wire has a little bit more stability to hold on to the clay. Now, keep in mind when you're doing all of this tin foil, it's very important that you compact it. The main reason why is because if you don't compact it, there's a lot of like little air pockets in there. And once you put the clay on top of it and you were to put it into the oven, it actually has cracks and stuff like that, so your piece would be broken at the end of it. So it's very important to make sure that it's compact. And as I look at this part of the video, I just noticed that the actual tail looked like a wolf's tail, so I decided to cut off a little snippet of it so that it would become more rounded. At this point, it started to dawn on me that the more clay I put onto my little red panda, it started to look more and more like a sitting little wolf. And I know that we were supposed to make a panda, so I started to try to save it with putting on its new head. And at this point, I decided to look at the face a little closer. And I noticed that they have such a little snout, and their back of their heads are a lot more bulkier. So that's what I did with the actual aluminum foil first. And now all I'm doing is just putting on more clay. Now, right when I put on the head is when I also start putting on the neck. So I roll up a little snake of clay and I press it together so that the neck will adhere to the actual head. Now all I'm doing right here is putting on fake little eyeballs and putting up his little snout just so that I can see where his head is twisted or located. I spin it around a little bit so that I could see where the eyes would be. And now at here, he is ready to bake at 275 degrees for 20 minutes. Now that he's baked and completely cooled off, it's time for the last layer of Super Sculpey. This Super Sculpey, all I use it for is to make the details. So this is when it's very important to smooth out all the kinks and try to get through all the nooks and crannies so that everything becomes smooth. Look at that booty, he's becoming so fluffy! Okay guys, I have a confession to make. I forgot to look at the battery life on my camera, and so it died. But at least the little guy is full of clay now, and right now what I'm gonna do is just start the detailing on the fur. Now, I didn't want it to be like straggly fur or anything like that, so what I did was just nitpick at it, and it just became a very small, light fur on top. What you also see me do is I remove just a little bit of the fluffies that come off of the clay, just so that it would become smooth and together once I started getting all of the fur pattern that I wanted. Man, it was so hard to get the little furs on the legs, only because I got the tail and the leg way too close, so it was very hard for the needle or the tool to make it through that crevice. But at the end I did it, and I'm triumphant. Now all I'm doing is just the little feet. I didn't want him to just look like he didn't have his little paws. Now I did look at pictures to see like how many little fingers he had on his little paw, and I didn't know that they had 5. But since his feet were a little too small, I decided to just go with 4 instead. And I'm so proud of all the detail work. His little paws are so cute, and now it's time for his ears. Now once I'm done with the ears, all I did was just put on 2 pieces of clay and I just smushed them together. And now I'm doing the face. The little face took me a little while because I didn't want him to look like a bear like he started looking at this moment. And so when I put on his little snout, it started to become more and more like the actual animal itself. So right now he's looking super cute, and I'm starting to do the eyeballs. Now the eye on the left I started doing, and it looked a little wonky to me, so I decided to restart it over, and this is the eye that stayed. sorry, I'm kind of out of frame at this moment because like you saw before, the camera started to kind of fall down and it kind of ruined my shot. So I figured it out later and I started to fix the problem of it not being aligned. The ears were so much fun putting back on, especially since I had to take them off because the head and eye proportion was drastically different. So once I started to do them again, I put them to the right angle and it looked more like a little red panda. The floral wire that you see right there, all I'm gonna do is just cut 6 little pieces and I'm going to put them on there as whiskers, but that's all after detailing the little fur around his cute little face. And I'm so happy on how he turned out. His little whiskers are on there, all the detail is all done, and his little paws are so cute. And now he's ready for his last bake. Yay, now it's time for my favorite part, and that's decorating him. He is going to be black with red going all the way behind his back, white features in the front, and a little bit of dark brown going through his fur. Now, I do black first only because it's a lot easier to do touch-ups if you do the black first. And now, as you can see, I'm starting to do the eyes. So I did brown, and then I did a little pupil, and then later on I also do the little white shines of the eyes. Right now I started looking at the red that I have, and it was just way too fiery for him, so I decided to print it down with a little bit of orange. Now I'm mixing the brown that I have with the black so that I could do a darker brown to do the ears, the little patches around his eyes, and now I'm also doing the little white patches that they have on their face. They have them on the tops of their eyes and on their whiskers and also around their cute little snout. Now just time to paint the white in the ears, because they're mostly white little faces. They're so cute. And now the little tail needs the little stripes that they have. All I did was just use that brown that we made and the red to just blend them together. I also used that same color to do the little paws on the bottom. I also put black for the details. And he's done! I can't believe I've been saying he the entire time, but it's a she! And she looks adorable, and I can't wait to give her to her new family. Okay, my little French fry army, I am so glad on how she came out. See my little ones? She has an attitude. What? I don't have an attitude. Well, anyway, if you guys liked the video, please like the video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon. And I'll see you in the next video.